Hi, and how are you today? So, I'm here to tell you today that leadership is not tenure. Leadership is not experience. You can spend 5, 10, 15 years in an organization, and that does not mean that you qualify to be a leader. Okay, leadership takes more than years of experience. It takes your communication skills, it takes your emotional intelligence, it takes your ability to make decisions, it takes your ability to resolve conflict, and most importantly, your ability to lead others. So it's a different thing when you're a performer. I see this often in organizations. Once someone is a performer, they feel like this person can be a manager. Being a performer is different from leading people. You can bring out the result in you, but can you bring out the result in other people? That's the question. So if you're someone who is a manager, whether you've just been a manager for the first time or you've been a manager but there was no formal training, there was no walkthrough, no coaching, nothing to really elevate your skills and put you at the point where you have to be that manager that everybody wants, because we keep saying we have bad managers. Who are these bad managers? These are employees who were once an employee and then became a manager. So if you're a new manager, you need to groom your emotional intelligence skill. That's your first KPI on the job. You have to know how to read the room. You have to know how to manage people. You have to be humble. I've seen most times when people are promoted, from within into managers, they change, they become very terrible people. Their attitude is bad. They start threatening to sack people from work. That is not leadership. You need to equip yourself to put yourself in other people's shoes while you're bringing out the best in them. You have to improve your communication skills. Are you giving instructions? Are you saying the right things? Do people understand you, right? Because saying something is different from when people understand you. So does the message get to the messenger, and do they understand it and do something with that information is another area, and so many other things. Micromanagement is not management. Okay, you need to learn to lead with empathy. You have to listen to people as a new manager. It is very important, right? Don't be your toxic bosses. I hear people say my boss was toxic. Now you become the same person that your boss is or your boss was. One thing I've learned, during the course of my career is people tend to follow their boss's step, whether they are good people or bad people. So when they come across bad leaders, they end up being bad leaders themselves. So you have to work on yourself not to be that. And for organizations, do not skip onboarding, do not skip training. I know it's expensive. Some of you say it's expensive to train people. Train your manager so that they can bring out the best in other people. Otherwise, you see that top performer that you used to have, once they start leading, their teams are not performing well, right? And then it becomes a self-performing situation. So they start trying to hit targets on their own instead of working as a team. So they're not bringing out the best in other people. Most importantly, I think companies must make sure that 360-degree review is relevant. We're not here to keep accessing only employees. Sometimes let the employees assess the managers, and make sure you take that survey very seriously. Look into it and give your managers feedback on areas that they have to improve. Do not forget, leadership is not tenure.